toxicity around the Washington Commandos, on and off the field, because it's Ron Rivera who's steering this Titanic.
Did you call them the Commandos on purpose? Or was that a slip of the tongue where you just, or was that
I'm
slip
trying
of
to
the
be
tongue where you're
politically
trying to be
correct.
funny?
I'm trying to change my ways. I don't want to anger Twitter anymore. I'm turning over a new leaf. Okay, no, but seriously.
You call them Commandos.
Commandos or whatever. They're the Washington Football Club. I thought actually that was whatever they're all. You know what? The Redskins. So here it is. The Redskins are the Titanic. They've hit the iceberg 15 different ways. The band is still playing. Jack and Rose are trying to get off the doggone ship. But Ron Rivera gives them stability. And maybe Snyder says, geez, here's the problem. I've done so many bad things. And on top of it, if I fire Ron Rivera now they're really going to come after me. So maybe that's the protection. Maybe it's not the Mexican Latino card. Maybe it's the, oh my God, Ron is everything I'm not, so I can't get rid of him card.
But he ran 11 times for 107 yards yesterday and a touchdown. He was 18 of 29 for 200 yards, 4 touchdowns, okay? Great stats, 4 touchdowns against arguably one of the greatest defensive minds ever, Bill Belichick. What can I say, right? Your argument holds water, right? But can he do it continuously as the defensive coordinators scheme him with a better roster than New England? Because players win games, coaches lose them. And I just want to make sure that we're clear when this comes down to week 10, 11, 12, as we get closer to playoffs, our defensive coordinator is going to scheme him in a manner to hold him in the pocket, make him beat you with his arm, which I am saying right here on your show, he cannot do, he will not do.
If you had given me 5 years in advance of what Lamar Jackson has given Baltimore, and then we entered into an agreement like where you're saying, I'm going to give you 5 more years of that. Yes, I'm going to sign that deal. And then if you leave after year 1 or 2, I'm going to be upset. But I will have enjoyed that first 5 years and 1 or 2 extra years so much that I'd be like, you know what? I got no regrets.
What has he given you for 5 years, though? We must have a different result.
A show!
Huh?
A show. This is an incredible show I'm watching. My fan base is satisfied. We're in the playoffs year after year. He's the greatest show in the NFL. It's a TV show, Jason. You were on one called Last Chance U. You put on a show. He's putting on a show.
What'd that get me? Nothing. And it hasn't gotten him anything either. We are putting these players on a pedestal of what is considered a hierarchy. So I want to be clear. Dak Prescott's not a damn coach. Either is a J.J. Watt or whoever it is that get injured and they got a headset on, and you think that is how enabling we are. We won't just tell a guy to go sit down somewhere and be injured. We want them to have a headset on and be part of the game plan. Like they're really in tune, like, oh, man, I know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. You're not the OC. You're not equal to us. So that is the problem. When that stops and the head coach and the OC say, you know what, dog, we don't need you to be on a headset because you're just a distraction, to be honest. How about you go over there and just support him as a leader off the field when he comes off? But let's get you off the damn headset.
Do you think white women are afraid of black women?
Yes. And that's just the short answer. Yes, I see it all the time. Even when sometimes when they talk to me, they start singing. Like you can just tell the ones that are afraid and that don't want to offend you and think you may be sensitive. They start talking to you like this. How are you today? Oh, really? And I'm thinking, why are you singing to me? I don't need a lullaby. Go ahead and spit out what you have to say. So, yes, I absolutely think that there are a lot of white women who are afraid of being offensive for no reason. And so they tiptoe and walk on eggshells because that's kind of where we are in society now.
These guys all think, I'm telling you, I don't dislike them. I just want them open up a Bible, man. Get your balls back. Understand who you are and what God designed for you. You are a leader. And Stephen A., you sitting on TV making $12, $13 million a year. This is like what you're doing to NBA, and you're letting these NBA coaches who are clueless and have adopted a matriarchal worldview as well, you're letting them talk you into being upset. If Emi Udoka gets in trouble, the little white girl he's banging, she better get in trouble too. You're letting a group of idiots, a group of emasculated millionaires. That's what you all are. I know you got the bag, but you don't have any balls to put in them. Go watch Malika talk about Brittany Griner.
Right.
And see if she ever mentions Brittany Griner's domestic issues.
Right.
And Brittany Griner's domestic issues far more recent than Joe Mazzulla's. But Miss Thing, as you call her, when she talks about the injustice of Brittany Griner and what is it now? Kim Mulkey won't come out and put a comment out on her or whatever. She ain't gonna never mention that Brittany Griner beat up her wife. Never come out of her mouth. Let's see her rattle off Brittany Griner's criminal record. Won't happen.
And Jason, every single segment she's on seems very uncomfortable, and it's not even fun or entertaining. And what's funny is about her spouse. I don't care who she dates. I don't care who she shacks up with. It's not our business. I don't really care. However, I still remember last year we talked about it when Miss Thing became Malika X, when she had this thing about some other racial issue, and then now she wanted to lean on her black side. So now Malika X, now it's fight the power.
Let me return to my question. How do we return God to government? We do it by empowering the natural family. We enhance the voting power of a married man and woman. Each man and woman above 18 would retain their individual vote. We should grant a single extra vote to married couples. The couple would declare on their marriage license which spouse can cast the extra vote. If you divorce, you become ineligible to ever receive this extra voting benefit again. Let me be clear, the extra vote isn't about inspiring more marriages. It's about forcing politicians to develop policies that support the natural family structure. Right now, politicians formulate policies that serve the needs of individuals. Once our laws support families, the improved culture will inspire men and women to seek marriage.
What they're trying to do with this and make this seem like, well, if you don't care about life outside of the womb, then you're not pro-life. And it's like, wait, I am trying. By the way, I'm the person who wants to give people the ability and have the policies to have whatever job they want to, make agreements with people on how much they want to make without the federal government getting involved. Don't even get me started about how I feel about life outside the womb. But just because I am trying to make sure a person stays alive and can live doesn't mean that I have to provide a whole type of lifestyle for them. That's socialistic. And nor does it mean that I have to have a gun pointed to my head and get robbed by the federal government to bring from what I make to give to somebody else. Giving is a free opportunity to love somebody else without the federal government over the top of them. Those two things are different. And this is where we really have to understand what and how are they operating with what they want to do. It sounds Christians to say that people need to make $60,000 a year and have childcare, but that's actually not Christian. It's not my responsibility to make sure somebody else has childcare. It's to make sure that they have the opportunity to work so that they can have childcare if they so choose. And there's a big difference, Jason.